everyone. My name is Spider Staryu, and I welcome you to Spider Chat. This is a podcast on iTunes as well as my YouTube channel, where I, Spider, talk all about gaming news, Nintendo games, and more. Today's topic is going to be all about Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga plus Bowser's Minions for the 3DS. Now, this remake was released back in October 2017, so not too long ago. The game follows the original GBA classic very closely, just with battle upgrades and graphic upgrades and more stuff we'll get into soon. The big question most people have is this game worth it? And we're going to let you know that today. Our intro music today is from the remake. It's Come On Again, the boss battle theme for Superstar Saga plus Bowser's Minions. Its remake is glorious indeed. Now, I have a special guest here today on Spider Chat. His name is Craig.
Hey guys, Craig here. Welcome to Spider Chat.
Oh, yes.
CraigMhgg, whichever you want to call me.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much, Craig, for joining me today. Now,
absolutely no bother.
Oh, great. Craig has recently played through Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga on his YouTube channel, which you can totally check it out. He's going to say his social media links and stuff in a second. So, Craig, why don't you tell my listeners a little bit about yourself and, what type of videos you upload?
I'm currently a YouTube Let's Player, but I'm currently just kind of on a transitional period. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing next, which is pretty good. If you want to come over to my channel, it's basically at this point could be anything. It probably could be Let's Plays, live streams, whatever you want. And there'll probably be new types of videos, my challenge videos and all that. At the moment, I'm just kind of in a transitional period, so we'll see what happens.
All right, that's cool. And what are some of your social media links? Like Twitch, Twitter?
I have a Twitch channel called CraigMhgg. My Twitter is simply CraigMhgg. YouTube, Facebook is CraigMhggyt. I have a YouTube channel called CraigMhgg. I love CraigMhggs, basically. I've got a co-op channel called The Gaming Dream Team, and currently going to be an IRL channel called Craig's Camera.
Ooh. So you have lots of stuff going on here. So basically look up Craig MHGG. Let me say it slowly. MHGG. There you go. So for the listeners who are like what are you saying? What are you saying? That's what it is. MHGG.
CraigMhgg.
Yeah, exactly. So let's just jump right into this discussion. So, because people want to know about Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. So,
Brilliant game. Game.
It's a great game. So I think we're gonna have great things to say about this. So, Craig, I'm gonna ask you the first question. So here's the first question: when did you buy Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga plus Bowser's Minions? And did you play the original Superstar Saga for the GBA?
I bought Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, I believe, the minute it was plus Bowser's Minions, I believe the minute it was released on the eShop.
Ooh.
And pretty much immediately played it because I did play the original game in GBA, and it was one of my first ever games I played and my favorite game of all time.
Oh, your favorite game of all time?
There is a reason why I accepted this podcast and was very excited about it. It is my favorite game of all time, and I could talk about it for hours.
Wow, that's great. Well, this is the perfect platform for you to talk about it for hours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I could talk about this game for hours, like.
This game is just one of a kind, and I also, when I got this game, I got the 3DS one, obviously, as soon as it came out, in October. And then for the GBA one, actually, I didn't play that for years, because that game came out, I believe, in
2001?
2003, actually. I'm looking at my wiki, it says 2003 in America, in Japan, and Europe. All of it is 2003, November.
And I think I originally played in 2003, like.
Oh, you played in 2003?
Yeah, I was a young gamer.
I played that back in 2006, I think, because I played that after I played Partners in Time, because I played Partners in Time for the DS first. That was my first introduction to the Mario and Luigi series. So
yeah, I think I played Partners in Time and all a bit later, probably like 2007, 2008, because I always played a GBA until like the DS was in like the DS Lite or DSi and all that. I was still playing a GBA.
Yeah, and this is an off-topic question, but I just want to ask you, it's not really off-topic, but do you have all the Mario and Luigi games?
Oh yes, and I've Let's Played them all on my channel, links down below.
Ooh. I will definitely include links to all those below, yes.
We're all in one playlist as well. Go ahead and watch. You can hear a 14-year-old Craig probably let's play one of them.
Oh, you have videos uploaded when you were 14? That's me though. I have those uploaded too, and I hate them so much. But I'm glad you're positive about them. That's great. That's a great thing to be positive about your videos.
I've been on YouTube since 2012.
2012. All right, here is the next question. This game is a remake of the GBA classic. Did you think a remake was necessary?
You say it may not. I'm not sure if you could call it necessary, but I was extremely hyped for it, and you have no idea. I was the only person who was extremely, let's say, pumped for the game. I was looking forward to it, and I think you know what? I think it's necessary for a younger generation to be able to experience Superstar Saga because it's that good of a game. And I think the whole Bowser's Minions half of it brought like much needed story to the game because there were quite a lot of unanswered questions in the GBA version, like how did Bowser really lose his memory and all that.
True.
And how did he meet Popple and all that kind of stuff. So I think it was really good of like cutting just tiny loose ends together. Plus I think that they should remake all the Mario and Luigi games from the like GBA and DS era onto the 3DS so you can play them all on one platform.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool too. When I first saw this announcement at E3, I believe it was at E3, or Direct or something like that.
I think it was E3, I think.
Oh yeah. So basically, when I saw it, I was like, oh, okay, you know, that's interesting. I'll be honest, I was not so excited at first, but when I got the game and I started playing it, oh my god, it's like all the memories of the GBA. It started just rushing back, and I was like, oh my god, like I got really like excited and I got really into it because you saw every scene that you saw before and just upgraded, just glorious like quality. And you know, GBA, I still love the GBA version just because it has that nostalgic factor. Like I can look back at it and be like, oh, like those expressions they make especially were so, you know, expressive. They were so like you totally can tell like what they were thinking, what they were, you know, by Luigi's action especially. Oh my god, Luigi was always hilarious. He was a scene stealer.
Just you wait till the next question. I will have a whole list of things to talk about what you're talking about.
Okay, absolutely. We totally want that. Absolutely.
I'll rant for ages.
Okay, so here is the next question. Here we go. What parts of this remake you've enjoyed? What was improved / changed? And I'll totally let you just take this. Just go as far as you want.
Here we go. So, okay, you were talking about all the graphics and all, how they've been upgraded and all that. I love how they've all been upgraded and they all look beautiful, like Cackletta, Bioletta and all that. Spoilers, by the way. Fawful and all, like, look absolutely amazing. But the one thing I did not like is how they've changed some of the things that shouldn't have been changed. Like, for example, I know if everyone's heard the whole thing about the Koopas don't have like their pilot's hats on the Koopa Cruiser and all that.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people feel like that. It's just little things like that. I feel like they've removed some of the little details which made the game amazing. For example, the facial expressions have really like dulled them down in a way to make them a bit more realistic than the cartoony look of the original game. Like I didn't like that, but at the same time, the game itself looks beautiful, as you've said. The soundtrack, I think the soundtrack have done an amazing job on it. Maybe the final boss could have been improved slightly, I think, music-wise, but other than that, like, everything sounds amazing. Like, they've just basically gotten the original soundtrack and just made the quality far better, added some new things, and I think it sounds amazing. As I said before, any improvements, mainly just being able to tie the story together and everything like that, I thought that was pretty damn cool. And I can't really think of anything else. I do like the way there are references to later on games. For example, in like a later on section in Yoshi Theater, there's posters on the wall which reference Bowser's Inside Story, Partners in Time, Dream Team. Not Paper Jam because you can't reference that because there's no storyline.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know. I just think it's amazing. Also, there's in the Bowser's Minions portion of the game, Professor Egad comes in and references a time machine from Partners in Time and all that, so pretty much hinting that Partners in Time is going to happen. I just thought all these little kind of key moments were cool.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I'm thinking I'm going to try to add on to what you were saying. I mean, obviously graphics, battle, you know, everything like that improved. That's great. I love the battle.
Oh yeah, the battle mechanics, that was cool. One thing I'd say is they've nerfed some of the greatest moves in the battle mode though. like advanced. What's it called? Oh my word! What's it called? It's going to annoy me. What's the opposite of chopper bros, where you smash people with a hammer into people?
What's the opposite? Is that what you said?
Not the opposite, like the Luigi version of the move where he puts Mario small. Oh, knockback bros.
Yeah.
Like advanced knockback bros has been nerfed. There's been a lot of moves nerfed in it, and I don't like it because I can't just completely just destroy bosses.
Well, also, didn't this game have it where like some moves were effective and some moves weren't? Like, some like the fire would be more effective, or the electric would be effective, or they would not be effective at all.
Yeah, like some would heal enemies while some would do criticals against others.
Yeah, wasn't that added to this game? Because I don't think the original had that.
No, it did have it.
Oh, it did have it. Okay, well then it's been a while since I played it because I totally forgot about that.
Also, they've made the whole bean situation far easier than the original game. So, for example, in the original game, for one like coffee, I think it costs like 25 beans, while in this game it costs like 8.
Yes, the bean making coffee in this game was so much easier, getting the beans and stuff.
Yeah, like I was able to do all of the bean side quests before Woohoo University, while in the previous game I had to do it just before the final area.
Yeah.
They made it that much easier.
One thing I want to say, though, is one thing that I thought maybe was a slight downfall, but maybe okay for others, is they added heart blocks. I believe heart blocks were in... I'm reading this on Mario Wiki right now. It said that in the Japanese version they had that. They had heart blocks, but in, American versions, European versions, I didn't see heart blocks in there. So they added heart blocks to this game. So heart blocks were everywhere, and I thought that heart blocks made it a little bit easier. Because I didn't really use a lot of mushrooms and a lot of the syrups.
Yeah.
I didn't use a lot of them, so I thought maybe like the heart block made it a little bit easy at times. Do you agree with that, or like you disagree?
I'm kind of on the disagreeing section of that. I think heart blocks. Well, you see, the brand heart blocks, as you said, in the Japanese version, but like the Japanese version was kind of a definitive version in a way, because there's a lot of like things such as for leveling up, it shows that you can, let's say, push your arrows up and down to select what move you want to upgrade. Which, because a lot of people got confused, so they added into a Japanese version. They added in heart blocks, but at the same time, if they removed heart blocks from it, they've added them into Partners in Time, Bowser's Inside Story, Dream Team, and Paper Jam. So if they removed heart blocks, some people would be like, what the hell?
That's true.
Also, yeah, it saves you time from just having to go in and waste all your items. But I would agree, the game is pretty easy, and I'll admit I have seen it's far easier than the original game. The final boss, however, I think they made slightly harder, which is actually very impressive.
Yes.
Made it harder, because that was pretty difficult in the first game. However, I was still able to do it first time, but I noticed whenever I uploaded my finale video for Superstar Saga, I noticed it was 54 minutes. I was like, whoa. That's long. And I was thinking, because I did a couple of things before the final boss, but that was only 8 minutes, which meant there's 40 minutes, which was the final boss and ending. I was like, holy moly.
Yeah, this final boss was harder. I definitely remember that, because when I played it at the original, it was hard. It was not easy, but it wasn't this hard. I feel like this one was harder. I kept getting hit by the Cockleta's attacks. I kept getting hit by it, and like by the end of it, I always just had both of them die at the same time. Mario and Luigi, bam, bam, both dead. So this one was harder for sure, and that's a good thing.
I've only played our final boss once and beat it, so I'm gonna just go with it.
Oh, you beat it that easy?
I've played the final boss a million odd times, so at this point I'm just kind of used to the attacks.
Yeah, you're good at dodging the attacks.
Yeah, and also he didn't spin the arms about a million times. I think he only did once in the 40-minute battle.
Oh my god. I kept getting hit by every spinning arm, because I didn't look at the eyes. The eyes tell you, like...
that's the trick. You have to look at the eyes. The eyes tell you everything. Look deeply into the soul's eyes and you will find a way.
I know, man. I didn't do that, so I'm just like, how the heck are you supposed to dodge it? How do I know where it's gonna do? And I'm just getting, bam, Mario hit, bam, Luigi hit, bam. I'm like, every time I kept getting hit. But I eventually figured it out.
One thing I did notice about the enemy attacks is I've really slowed down how slow the enemies attack. And for me, that made the game like 10 times harder, because I kept on getting hit by really easy attacks. Like, I'd actually get hit more by the first areas enemies than the final areas ones, because I was just so used to him being faster than that, and then I just kept on getting hit by like really easy enemies.
Yeah, me too. I would get hit by easy enemies too because I would have trouble dodging because sometimes they would go really slow over to you.
Exactly.
Like, that's pretty difficult to deal with. All right, so is there any other changes we can think of before we move on? Because, I mean, there's this game, look, the listeners, there's a lot of changes in this game.
Yes, I remember one more. I know one more.
Okay, go ahead.
The map system in this game versus GBA one.
Yes, thank you so much. Yes, that is something I absolutely wanted to talk about.
Because in the original game, you had the most awkward map, which was in like one screen of an area. And I was like, and it was just so awkward to use as well. I think I never really even used it whenever I was younger. I just had to find my way around it. Versus like just having the map on the bottom screen where you can just check where everything is, put pins down all that. And I thought that was far better, a much needed improvement.
And exactly, the map system of this game. I mean, Mario and Luigi Dream Team had it as well. They had maps, and the map is actually very helpful because you can put little pins on the map. Be like, okay, I'll be like this. Oh, there's a bean right there. I can't get to that bean spot yet, so I'll just put a pin right here. And I'll just go back to it eventually. And you'll know that it's there because you just put a little pin right there and be like, oh, I remember there was something there.
I guess that's another thing we should talk about is the bean system, way that you can see how many beans you've collected in a certain area, how many blocks, and how many music tracks.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
I guess being able to find music, actual music, just by hitting a block as well is something we could talk about as well.
Yeah, let's talk about that right now. The music, first and foremost, the music in this game is freaking amazing. Oh my god.
It really is.
They improved everything so well. I can't really think of any track I can really complain about because the music has just been like so.
I think the most I said was the final boss, but that's just kind of nitpicking really. It's just I think that they could have put more guitar into it or something like that to make it more epic, but it's still a damn good track.
Yeah, my favorite track is I'm gonna put this as the intro music of this podcast. It's "Come On Again."
Music?
Yeah, I love the boss battle music. It's so good. It's good.
I love the Cackletta and Fuffle boss battle music. That's good. Oh, that's another change they made. Is they're finally able to put the Cackletta theme as the final Fuffle battle instead of having the Popple and Rookie soundtrack because that couldn't do that because of technical limitations in the GBA version.
Yeah, exactly. So they definitely like upped these.
Also, they fixed the typo that they had just before the final Fuffle battle as well, where they spelled Cackletta wrong.
Wait, really? What?
Yeah. In the GBA version, if just before the final Fuffle battle, he mentions Cackletta but forgets the K, I think.
Oh, I never noticed that. That completely went over my head.
Believe me, I could tell you everything about Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga.
Oh, well, that's great, because we need that, definitely, for sure. And, okay, I'm looking at the bean stuff right here. I have the game open on my 3DS right now. Yeah, I got every single bean. When I played this game, I got every single bean, and having it written on the screen where it's like, okay, you have 20 beans in this area, so make sure you get all 20 of them. That was very helpful. And I think that's going to be good for people who maybe they played the original and then now they play this. You're definitely going to enjoy all the improvements. They make things, some things are a little bit easier, but some things are a little bit harder. But these things with collecting, it makes collecting more fun because it's not like looking for a needle in a haystack where it's like, where am I finding the bean? Where is it? You'll be able to get an idea of where it is. Now, can I tell you really quickly the beans that I had a lot of trouble finding? I want to tell you really quickly.
Go ahead. Is there one in for Bean Fields?
Oh, not Bean Fields for me. It was Chucklehuck Woods.
There was one I could not find there, and it ended up being like in a really obvious spot. And there was one I spent like half an hour trying to find.
There was one. Okay, well for you there was one. For me there was 4, and it was inside the brewery. You know what I'm talking about? Where you fight.
Because that's where I couldn't find my one.
Exactly. They had like
and was
4
it where it was where the tutorial was?
Wait, what?
In fact, was one of the beans where like they had that hammer tutorial where they could tell you could squish them or push them underground?
Yep, yes.
I know what one you're talking about.
That one took me a long time to find, and I was like, I really was getting annoyed because I looked everywhere, and I was thinking, oh man, I'm not gonna, like, I was looking in every spot, and like, literally like dissecting every area. I'm like, okay, I don't see any spots, and I don't see any holes on the ground here.
Did you have a feeling, shit, maybe it's where Bubbles pushed you in that cave, and I can't get that bean anymore?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh man, I can't go back to it. So, like, I'm gonna just not get 100% now because I can't go back to one area. I did think that was where it was. I did think that's where it was.
Yeah. Believe me, I had a video, let me see, I think it was like exactly a week ago I uploaded, called Bean Hunting 2, and I was basically trying to find every single bean that I left behind in any area, and believe me, I was about a 2-hour video cut down into 21 minutes.
Wait, oh my god, that long?
2.5 hours, man. It was something like that, because I kept on not being able to find one bean in every area.
Oh yeah, because you were doing every area, so that's why it took a while. Yeah, I totally get that. But it's easier in this game, so that's one positive for people who, are wanting to play the game.
What are those called? What are beans called whenever you have to defeat an enemy?
Who beans?
Woo beans.
Woo beans. They're green. That's what I know.
The green ones.
Yeah,
those are still awkward to get whenever you're trying to first get all the flipping beans.
I mean,
those are so annoying.
But don't those beans appear like everywhere in bean fields where you beat an enemy and you get them?
Yeah, but put it like this, I was grinding the same enemy for about 20 minutes and got 10.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. I mean, with certain items you get, they can make it easier, because I know which item is
Yeah, but to get to that item, you need to get every single one of the coffees.
Right, yeah.
You're thinking about the Game Boy Horror SP, and that'll get you them every time, but you already need to get all the beans to get it in the first place.
No, I see what you mean. I can see why exactly it'll take a while for that.
Yep, I have bad memories.
Bad memories of that.
Bad memories.
I'm trying to see, is there anything else? I mean, we can just bring it up again later if we think of anything. Yeah. So I think we'll just move on for now. And if you can think of anything, just say it. Just go ahead and just say it out loud. That's totally fine.
You're doing the outro, and I just go, coffees.
Exactly. Just shout it out. Just be like, this. That's what it is. Here is the next question. What did you think about... Okay, we're going to move on to Bowser's Minions. What did you think about the Bowser's Minions game? What did you think about the story and the gameplay?
Well, Minion Quest, as it's formally called.
Yes.
I call it Bowser's Minions myself, because it is called Bowser's Minions, seeing as the game is called Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga plus Bowser's Minions, and then name the actual game Minion Quest.
Exactly.
I don't see the point in that. But Bowser's Minions, you know what? I have an unpopular opinion. I think that is a damn good game mode. Like, I'm currently trying to finish my Let's Play of it. I recorded about an hour of it this morning, an hour of it last night, an hour of it yesterday afternoon. I'm up to basically the final boss at this point. And I just want to say, it's actually a really good game. There's a challenge, it's actually really challenging as well at some points, because I keep on failing levels and then having to go grind, rethink my formations and all that, get it sorted out, and then go into battle again. Mm-hmm. I think the whole battle thing is so cool, because there's something really satisfying about putting like all of your troops in the bore or something like that, so to speak. And as I said, as you already know, I've already spoke about the story. It's really good. I think that it's I think it really ties some of the loose ends together. My only one problem is it does bring in a couple of contradictions, I think, which is a bit weird to the story of Superstar Saga. For example, like you have all the Koopalings and bring them all together and go fight with them in Bowser's Minions, but in Superstar Saga, you as Mario and Luigi fight all the Koopalings. So it was a bit weird.
But don't you fight the Koopalings in Bowser's Castle, or?
Yeah, but you can still play as the Koopalings in Bowser's Castle.
Oh, I see what you mean. Now I see why it would be like a little bit contradictory.
Yeah, and they also removed. I just remembered a change they made in Superstar Saga is whenever you're first going into Bowser's Castle, you go through the first doors, and it goes on to a cutscene of Cackletta like sending all the Koopalings down to fight Mario and Luigi. They removed that cutscene from the 3DS version.
Yeah, I did notice that. They definitely removed that. Mm-hmm. Because obviously with Bowser's Minions, they can't really have that. But with Bowser's Minions, I thought it was a good game mode. I think this is a good side thing to Superstar Saga. So like if you want to like take a break, you can be like, oh, let me do a little bit.
Yeah,
of
I wouldn't pay £30 or £40 for it on its own.
No, definitely not. So that's why it's a good thing.
Like the game itself was far shorter than I thought it was going to be as well.
Yeah,
I noticed.
I mean, I figured it wouldn't be a whole game. I didn't think it would be a whole game, but I thought it would be longer, for sure. I thought it would definitely be longer.
Because the whole thing was you had to defeat all the Kooplings. But the thing was, you saved 5, and then you went on to the final area, and halfway through the final area, you saved the final 2.
Yeah, so it's like, I thought it would be a bit longer, but you know, it's
also, a thing about Bowser's minions, Bowser's minions, is the fact that they said that Guahar Lagoon was in like the middle of Ocean, where Oasis was, and so they put like the pipe over Oasis whenever it was Guahar Lagoon.
Wait.
I am triggered.
They did wait. You gotta say that again.
So in Bowser's Minions, you know, that's kind of like a big world map.
Yes.
And they put like pipe. Do you know whenever you go really to the overworld, which is basically the whole map?
Yes.
And there's pipes over every area. So they basically put the Guahar Lagoon pipe over the Oasis location.
Oh, yeah, now I see what you mean. Oh my god. Wow.
I am triggered.
I didn't notice that. That's crazy.
That is something I immediately noticed, and it's on the Let's Play. I'm like, what the fuck is happening here?
Well, also, like you said, you played the original so many times, so you totally are dissecting everything.
I'm just gonna say I've played the original at least like 8 or 9 times.
So you notice everything immediately because you know this game by the back of your hand. You know this a lot. Well, for me, this is what I thought about Bowser's Minions. I did think it'd be a little bit longer, but I thought it was a good little side quest to the main game, and you know. I think the little storyline, you know, it was a little bit cheesy, I'll be honest. But, it's a Mario game, and what do you expect?
Yeah, exactly.
So, it was a little bit cheesy for me. But, you know, I get the little story of the Captain Goomba getting stronger. He wants to save Bowser. He wants to be the big boss. So, I totally get that.
Yeah, also, I think it brought good new story to Fawful. Because it kind of shows that he wasn't always cock-led as a minion. He kind of had his own plan.
Yeah.
So, for example, like, because in the original Superstar Saga, until the final boss, you're like, well, Fawful's just an underling, and then you find, like, at the end, like, he's got his own plan, he becomes self-aware, he kind of goes, like, I was the one who stole the Beanstar, I'm the one who stole Princess Peach's voice, I'm the one who revived Cockletta, I am my own person, I can defeat him, this battle is going to make or break me, and he became self-aware. And in Bowser's Minions, it kind of shows this character development because he's the one who goes and destroys the castle. Because if you really think about it, in Bowser's Minions, when do you ever really see Cockletta? It's always Fawful who's doing all the stuff. So Fawful is the one who brainwashed the Kooplings. Fawful is the one who's the final boss. Fawful is the one who gave Cockletta the plan to disguise herself and all that. Yeah, everything was all made by Fawful, which really brings some backstory, and it really gets the younger generation to actually know how good of a villain Fawful really is. And hopefully they will bring Fawful back as a main villain in another Mario and Luigi game at some point, because I love Fawful.
Fawful, well, he already came back in Bowser's Inside Story, right?
Yep. We need him back again.
So for a third time return.
For a third time. He was also in Partners in Time as a bean salesman. Yeah, he's a bean salesman, like in the sewers of Peach's Castle.
Wow, so that's cool that he returns again. He returns in a lot of these games.
Yeah.
Was he in Dream Team?
He basically, no, I believe he's dead.
Okay.
He's either dead or plotting his revenge. I hope it's the second one. But no, but in Partners in Time, I thought it was really cool because he's in the sewers and he speaks to baby Mario and Luigi, so he doesn't recognize them, and basically says how the Think Rats cheated in the battle.
Yes.
The Think Rats overheated his ship and all that, which is obviously a direct reference to his final battle, and says how he's going to plot his revenge and he's going to beat them, and how he has fury. He has the fury.
He's mad.
I think, as you can guess, I love Fawful.
Yeah, clearly Craig is a big fan of Fawful. Clearly.
I am. Also, I want Cockletta to return because Cockletta was also an amazing villain. Who else possesses Bowser and uses his basically dead corpse to destroy Mario and Luigi, and as I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking of King Boo from Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, I mean, Cockletta, she with Fawful, obviously Fawful did most of the work, but she had all of that planned out with stealing Peach's voice, with
Exactly.
with possessing Bowser. There's so much stuff that she did, and it would be
Well,
interesting if we got
in
a
the end of the
story like
day, all of this was all still Fawful's plan, because Fawful is one who's like, should I possess Bowser for you? And he's like, yes, just do it, I'm going to die otherwise. And let's be honest here, Fawful is probably one who said, yo, let's go steal Princess Peach's voice.
True. And Fawful could have let Cockletta die. He could have let Cockletta die too, and he had grace and let her possess
Also, that's
Bowser.
another thing. This
Okay.
is another wee reference here from Bowser's Inside Story. Craig's going through all the Mario and Luigi games at the moment. If you go into Bowser's Inside Story and go to Peach's Castle, which is the final area of the game, it's basically Fawful Castle at that point. Halfway through the song, Cockletta's theme goes in. There's a bit of a hint of Cockletta's theme, which kind of shows that Fawful is now turned into the master Cock. But Fawful is now basically a worse version of Cockletta, because even if you think of his plan, Cockletta's plan was to awaken the Beanstar, while Fawful's was to awaken the Dark Star. And Fawful succeeded in his plan, which kind of showed that Fawful is a worse and better version of Cockletta.
Yeah, well, he definitely went farther than Cockletta ever did.
Yeah.
But
Except for he wasn't able to possess Bowser though, so
no, but
he was able to make a dark version of Bowser, however, but he wasn't able to possess him.
yeah, but back to Bowser's Minions. Yeah, it's a good side quest. Like it wouldn't be a good game on its own, but as a little side thing, it's great. And I love the different enemies that you have. I wish they had like the little star enemy as a person you can use. Was it the Star Kiss?
Is that the underwater one you're thinking of?
Yes, I'm thinking of that.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
They blow hearts. Look, I'm Spider Star you. I love stars.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be cool if they would have it on your team. But no, I understand why. Because they're more like a Bean Kingdom enemy. They're not really like a Bowser minion enemy.
Yeah,
They're not
I did notice that. You don't really play as the Beanish enemies, do you? I find that a bit racist.
No. Racist, what?
It's a bit racist. Like, they only care about the Mushroom Kingdom, don't they? Not the Bean Kingdom.
Yeah.
I wanted to play as a Golden Beanie, and look what happened.
I was thinking it too. I thought it would be so cool if you could play as the Golden Beanie, but like you fight him so many times during the
I know.
quest. But
I fight him about 7 times, and I was like, right, 7th time, am I going to unlock the Golden Beanie? No.
I kind of spoiled myself though about every partner because I looked through the ally screen, which they have this screen where you can see all the enemies, you can see all the allies, all the skills, all the challenges, everything, which I 100% at everything.
I haven't even finished Bowser's Minis yet.
Oh, you haven't finished it yet? Okay, well, hey.
I do know what the final boss and all the story is like, but I'm on to a final boss. It just, with university, you don't get time to play games anymore. Like, literally, I only finished Superstar Saga at the end of December.
Oh yeah, I saw that, and well, hey, that's a good thing though. You want it's a good thing because the people watching this podcast now, they have a reason to go back and look because it's still fresh. You see?
Go back and look. I only finished the uploaded finale of the Let's Play 4 days ago.
Exactly. There you go. But yeah, that's it about Bowser's Minions. Let me see. Do I have another?
And
question?
I think a Let's Play part has went public while a Let's Play part went public 21 minutes ago.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Really? Oh my god.
Lovely, isn't it?
That's very lovely.
But for works of YouTube scheduling.
YouTube scheduling works wonders. I use it a lot.
Does.
It works
I
wonders.
use it every day, basically.
Okay, here's the next question. Is the game worth the buy? And does Bowser's Minions... Okay, there you go. Yes. And does Bowser's Minions impact your decision? So, does it impact it or not?
You should buy it. Does Bowser's Minions impact my decision? I would say I'd buy it just for Superstar Saga, but Bowser's Minions is definitely something you should play along with it. I would say even if you just wanted to buy Superstar Saga, buy it, and everyone needs to experience Superstar Saga.
Exactly.
But the thing is it worth the buy? Because as you've said, it's pretty much like the GBA version, but the GBA version you can get for cheap, or you can play it on emulator for free.
Or buy it on
So,
Wii U eShop
yeah.
if you have a Wii U. You still have that.
Yeah, don't go the legal way. Don't listen to Craig. Go the legal way. For legal reasons, we'll say buy it in the Wii U.
There you go. Yeah, I was gonna say like
But
Spider Chat does not endorse emulators. 'Cause I don't want to get in trouble.
but I'd say it's worth the buy because the game looks beautiful and it's an experience all on its own. And Bowser's Minions is definitely something I think you should play as well. Anyone who has Superstar Saga plus Bowser's Minions needs to play the second half of the game, basically. Because
No, go ahead. Go ahead. It's fine. Go ahead.
I don't know what I was going to say.
Oh, you didn't know? Okay, well, I'll say what I'll say, and then maybe you'll figure out what you were saying. Is the game worth the buy? Abso-freaking-lutely. It's definitely worth the damn buy.
I'll say abso-fucking-lutely, just to be different.
There you go. Thank you. See, that's what I was trying to say, but I was saying the safe version, because I have my parents here in the house, so I can't say that. I can't say it like that.
I live in university land, so...
Oh, that's...
I'm with other 19-year-olds, so...
You see, you're lucky. You can just swear and cuss and just say whatever the hell you want, as much as you want.
I do it back home as well. I'm from Northern Ireland.
Oh, you're from... Yeah, well, I figured that, yes, but you totally just say those things and, like, no one just bats an eye?
I wouldn't swear too much or I'd actually get killed, but, you know...
So here we go. Is the game worth the buy?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Just how he said it. Exactly. And does Bowser's Minions impact your decision? So you kind of answered that. So that part's going to stay in, obviously. So I'm going to answer it for me. It doesn't really impact it, but it does give me something that's fresh for the game. It adds something new. It's something different. You see something you didn't see before. You saw how Bowser lost his memory. You saw how... You see a story going on about the Goomba who was in the crate, which I believe that was in the original too, where Goomba was in a barrel. Actually. So you see all these things like kind of tying together. So it's good. It's great. So I will definitely say it doesn't really impact my decision, but it does give you something fresh. So if that impacts your decision, you the listeners, then hey, that's great. But
just get the game.
Just
if
get
you have a
the
3DS,
damn game.
Get it now.
Come on, there's so much games to have on a 3DS. This game is worth it. Now, here's the last question. Alright, so here is the last question. Who would you recommend this game for? Would you recommend it for newcomers? And what about those who played the original? So that's kind of a tricky question.
I'd say for newcomers, I would recommend the 3DS version because it's easier. If you want a harder experience, I would say go for a GBA version. And for people who've played the original, it depends. If you really love the original like I did, 100% get the new version of the game. If you were kind of like, it was alright, probably shouldn't get it then. But get a cooking simulator or something like that.
Yeah, here's how I feel. I feel very similar to you. Newcomers, absolutely. There's no doubt. There's no doubt in my mind that you should have this game in your 3DS library.
Well, it depends. If you hate like turn-based RPGs, probably not the game for you.
But if you wanted to experience something new, you know, it's if you're new to RPGs, this is a good game to get into it because it's not that hard. Dodging, you have to get used to the dodging system. I mean, I'm so used to the dodging system by now, so dodging.
Listen, if I was able to do it like age 6 and was able to get to like Queen Bean, you could do it.
Yeah.
I'm just remembering how bad I was back in the day. Like,
you're not going to be good at first, obviously. Dodging is going to be a little bit difficult, but you'll get used to it. You'll get the hang of it.
You know, whenever you can't even really read, so the story doesn't make much sense. But you know what? I don't ever remember the story not making sense. So I'm thinking to myself, did me in like P1 or like 5 or 6, was I able to read the entire thing? So that's impressive.
If you were able to read the whole thing, maybe your parents helped read it for you, or did they?
No, I played the game by myself mainly. I remember my dad played it with me in first night, like, but other than that, I think I played it by myself.
Oh well, you see, that's one thing to know. Craig is very smart.
This is how I'm such a self-confident person. It's because I'm just so used to doing stuff on my own.
That's good. That's good to be self-confident. It's very good to be self-confident. It's very good.
I'm living in a different country now, so.
Exactly. It's good to be self-confident. Come on, you got to be self-confident. If you're not going to have confidence in yourself, who's going to have confidence in you?
Exactly. YouTube for 6 years gets that confidence up because you have to learn every little detail and then relearn it whenever YouTube clicks a button.
Yeah, and they reinvent everything, so you got to keep reinventing yourself in some way.
Yep. That's what I'm doing at the moment. That's why I'm in a transitional period.
Exactly, and that's why you're on a podcast.
That's why I'm on a podcast. I love to do a podcast. I love it. It's such a chill. It's just such a chilled out thing to do.
Yeah, you should come on again sometime. Absolutely.
I will. Send me an invite. Anytime you send me an invite, I'll probably say yes. If
it's a game like we both played, absolutely, we should do it again.
If you start like something about partners in time, I'll 100%.
Oh, I might do that because I did want to kind of do some older, some episodes about some older games, like DS games. I say older, but that's like what, like how many years ago? 10 years ago? Oh, that's kind of old.
Don't say 10 years.
Well, I actually think it's a little bit more. So
I honestly think it's like 12 years. I'll Google it for us.
Yes, it's Partners in Time came out so long ago.
Why am I thinking 2006? 2005. Fuck.
I was thinking 2005. I think.
It's 2005.
For Europe or for America?
Both.
Oh, damn. Oh, my God. I'm so old. 20 years old. 21, actually.
Are you 21?
I'm 21.
Wow.
How old do you think I was? Be honest. Be honest.
7.
No. 10?
17.
17. Okay, I was going to say like 10. What? 17. Okay, well that's. I'm not offended when people say that.
I wasn't like an offensive age.
So let's get back into Mario and Luigi. We keep getting off topic, but that's okay.
Welcome back from the cut again.
We keep getting off topic, but that's okay because that shows that we're getting along. So I like getting off topic at times. So basically, would I recommend this game? Absolutely. I recommend it for newcomers. Recommend it for people who played it before. Now, if you played it before, here's the thing you got to remember. Superstar Saga is also on the Wii U eShop, so if you have that, you can easily just get the old game if you want the old game. I have it on the Wii U eShop because I got it.
Don't use an emulator where you can get it for free.
Don't do that because Spider Chat will get in trouble if anyone finds out we endorse it because there are people on YouTube who will report those things. So
we don't endorse it, but we can show how you to get it.
Okay, well, what you mean is not we, you mean Craig. Craig, can show you. Craig, let's say that. Craig, can show you. There you go. Don't say Spider.
Spider can show you.
No, Spider didn't say that. Spider did not say that.
I am the head of this podcast now.
Oh, please. Spider. Okay, that's clearly Spider Star You. I'm Craig, yeah, for sure. I would recommend it for sure. For older people, I do recommend it too. But just keep this in mind. It will be a very similar experience. So if you're looking for something like really new, it's not really new, but it feels new because it felt new for me because it's been a while since I played it. So it felt like I was going through everything again, but it felt new. I don't know if that makes sense to you, the listeners. But it felt new kind of to me because it was like I was going back and like I forgot everything. So that felt new to me. I don't know. So if you haven't played it in a while, that's another reason to possibly buy it again.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all the questions.
It's just a wonderful game, and anyone who says otherwise should meet the wrath of Craig.
I'm glad we did this podcast though because a lot of people I feel were kind of criticizing the game. They're like, "Oh, it's just a remake. Who needs it?" Like it didn't get a lot of attention. I feel.
No, like, at the same point, I felt the same way. I felt this did the same thing with Paper Jam because Paper Jam had hardly any. Like, if I'm honest, I couldn't pre-order Paper Jam until a day before it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Which was this. I thought that was just a bit shit. I ended up having to download it on the eShop to get it immediately. I wanted a physical copy, but no, I had to download it on the eShop. Why? Because we decided, you know what? We're not going to allow you to pre-order it on the website until a day before. We're not going to allow you to pre-order it in shops until a day before. Because nobody will know this game exists because the marketing is shite.
It is pretty bad.
This is pure shite. There was 2 trailers. One released like 6 months before the game came out. And one the day it came out.
Did you see any commercials like where you live? Like you saw commercials on TV?
I don't really watch TV, but I didn't see any.
Oh, okay. Because from any Mario and Luigi game, the last Mario and Luigi game I saw a commercial about was actually not even Paper Jam, it was Dream Team. I didn't see any
I know
commercials.
I think mainly Paper Jam was this kind of throwaway title, if I'm honest with you.
I mean, I liked it, but
I loved
it wasn't my
no,
best.
don't get me wrong, I loved Paper Jam. The only thing I'd say about it was the story was a bit bland.
Oh yeah, and all the paper toads. Oh my god, I'm so sick of toads. I love Toad, but all those paper toads made me sick of them because they had no personality. They were just there. They were annoying.
For no beans, are they?
I think they're beans.
No, they're no beans.
Oh.
Beanie folks.
Oh
They're
yeah,
actual people, not chuckle beans.
No, there's none of those. No.
There's no queen bean.
No beans like that. They were just.
I was so happy when they brought the Hoo people back in Dreamtime.
Oh yeah, I love the.
They
Hoo-Hoo
did make
people.
them a bit weird, like in Dreamtime, but they brought them back.
I mean, the Hoo-Hoo people, I wish we knew a little bit more about them. Because you see, all this storyline for Superstar Saga, they could totally, like, expand upon that. Like, go back to the Bean Kingdom or do something. You know, the Mario universe isn't just Mushroom Kingdom. There's so many different kingdoms. Daisy's Kingdom, Sarasa Land, there's the Bean Kingdom. There's so many different places they can go. They can totally, like, expand upon it if they wish.
Who wants to hear some behind the scenes I don't think I've ever told before from about 4 years ago?
Oh, go ahead.
I was originally making a Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga 2 Cackleto's Revenge game, and I have the whole story in my head.
Oh.
I really want to still make this. It's mainly just. If I'm honest, it isn't even the coding aspect. It's me more remaking sprites and a lot.
That's
the annoying part. I do have a friend who's really good at art, so maybe someday.
That would be interesting if you do that. Hey, I mean, look, I'll play it and I'll put it on my channel. I'd totally go through with it.
You'll bear do 100% let's play. 100%.
Yeah, as long as you don't put any beans in like really bad places like this.
Nah, I don't think I'd really do the whole like digging for beans and thing. Have you ever part of a game called Super Mario RPG 7 Stages?
7 Sages?
Yeah, it's a fan made game.
No, I never heard of that.
Gigasoft. It'd be more kind of like, I wouldn't really be a real Mario and Luigi game like of sorts, but it'd be more. It's more like an RPG game where you just go from place to place a lot. I think it would be a really cool thing, but it's mainly the story I've got in my head. Would be so cool to bring it back, and it kind of ties in the ending of Bowser's Inside Story, of the ending of Superstar Saga, maybe a wee bit of Partners in Time in there. There's actually a wee bit of Dream Team in there. I just basically bring all the stories together in a way, and I really would love to do it because I think it'd be so cool. The only problem is mainly time and graphics.
Time, graphics, and then of course, you know, if it's a fan game, you know, Nintendo might like DMC it or whatever.
Screw them. If all the sprites are remade and all the music is remade, they can't touch me. Everything's new.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Yeah, screw them. Just like
I'll take on Nintendo.
Good luck taking on Nintendo if all their lawyers. I wouldn't want to take them down.
I'm gonna find my old logo I had for Superstar Saga 2, but I think it's on my old computer.
Just add, you know what you can do to make it a fan game? Add Craig to it. Add yourself.
I did actually have. Oh no, I can't even say that because that's future of Craig's camera, but I'll go into that maybe later on.
Oh yes, for sure.
Maybe that's what I say. Craig's camera's IRL channel's gonna be more storyline than actual real vlogs. Like it's gonna be more creative content. So maybe I was thinking about putting a mirror or something like in there, which would the mirror is kind of a gateway to other dimensions, basically in a weird way.
Oh, like Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. That game had that.
I never played that game, but it was more like there's a YouTuber called McJuggernuggets, and he's kind of used mirrors as a way to go between the different worlds, which have different characters and different stories and all of that. So I thought that was cool. So I'm using that idea, because then it also opens the ability for collabs if I ever get to meet him or something like that, which I think would be cool.
True,
that's very true. I can go into one of his. That also means I can go into one of his dimensions. He can go into one of my dimensions. It'll just be something cool, and I'll be like the same anything. Also, everyone download the app Storyfire. That is going to be the new YouTube.
Okay,
we're taking down YouTube.
This is so we're kind of like reaching the end of this episode of Spider Chat, unfortunately. I have one more question for you.
We're going to have to shut down Craig before he removes our channel off the internet.
Craig is going to like try to take over Spider Chat. Craig. Okay. Okay.
Yo.
So I have one more question for you actually, because this is kind of relating to it.
I'm having a great time here.
Yeah. With RPGs, Mario, or especially Mario RPGs. What is your experience with RPGs and Mario RPGs in general? Just like a side question.
Mario RPGs in general, I've played all the Mario and Luigi games, all the Paper Mario games, Super Mario RPG. Can't really think of any other Mario RPGs. And RPGs in general, I've played obviously Pokemon. Pokemon's got a bit shit recently though, so I don't play it anymore. Xenoblade Chronicles, that's an amazing game. Xenoblade Chronicles is an amazing game. I haven't played 2, and I've only played a tiny bit of X. Let me think.
Have you played Bravely Default?
No, I haven't. I don't know. I haven't really been able to play games recently of time. But I love RPGs. RPGs are my favorite genre of games. And put it like this, I think as you can guess by the little hints I've given you about what's coming up in CraigMhgg, the one thing that makes a good RPG for me is the story. So the story of Super Paper Mario, for example, my god, it makes it the best Paper Mario game, which is why I'm actually one of a few who like Sticker Star for the gameplay, but I wouldn't say it's an amazing game because the story is just terrible. Color Splash improved it a wee bit, but I kind of predicted its big plot twist by chapter 1.
I mean, the thing about Color Splash is it's the dialogue that makes the game. It's not really the story.
I love
it's the
Color
dialogue.
Splash. I know I love Color Splash, and I would fight anyone who says it's a bad game.
It's a bad game.
Oh, only joking. I would.
Oh, okay. I was saying, if I say something like that, would you be like, oh, Spider Star?
Deletes my audio. Does not.
No, stop, no. I love every Paper Mario game, even Sticker Star, which
Sticker Star. It got too much hate, but I would say it isn't the best.
It's not the gameplay is good. It's just everything else is like lackluster for me.
Meh. A lot of stuff is a bit meh on it, I guess.
Yeah, it's like it's not really the best. Yeah. Let me see. Okay, so you play Super Mario RPG. What did you think about that game? Let's just go into like just a little bit, just a tiny bit. What did you think about that game?
I would say it's one of the best Super Mario RPGs around. If not one of the best games around.
Really, you like it?
People, yeah, the people who made, I think it was Final Fantasy made the game, didn't they? I never played Final Fantasy. I've only played Super Mario RPG. But I love all the little references there is in it. So, for example, like if you jump on a bed in Super Mario RPG, it is actually bouncy, and like if you search in Peach's bedroom, you can find Peach's XXX, and then Toadsworth will come up and go like, "How dare you find that?" Takes it away and gives you bribes you money to never talk about it. There's like Final Fantasy characters in it. Like I think it's Culex. I think he's from Final Fantasy. Don't quote me on that. I could be completely wrong. I've never played Final Fantasy game in my life, and like you can fight him as a final boss. I think it's really cool. The dialogue in it is amazing. Like, I love the whole thing about Booster and like him eating a cake in one bite and all that. I thought that was hilarious. I think it just has some sort of charm to it, and the whole story to it is like something that's never been done in a Mario game ever before. And again, like the entire thing is about weapons that fight against you. So like there's a giant sword that goes into Peach's castle, a giant bow which is called Bowier, like, for goodness sake, and you fight against him. You can fight against like guns and all that. You fight against pirates. I don't know, I just love the entire game. You fight against a giant squid actually in the sunken ship as well.
Yeah,
I just love the game.
The game has a lot to offer. It's just, for me, when it comes to Super Mario RPG, because I feel like I've been like
this interview's over.
Wait, what happened?
Right, this interview is over. I don't like where this is going.
Oh,
I'm only joking. Go ahead.
Okay. For me, when I was thinking about Super Mario RPG, it's not really my favorite one because I feel like I was thinking of the word rose tinted glasses. Like it's a saying. Like I feel like I've been like kind of like blinded because with Paper Mario, like I enjoyed that so much. Mario and Luigi, I enjoyed it so much, but with like RPG, Super RPG, I don't know. It's more like Final Fantasy, and I love Final Fantasy, especially the seventh one. That's Final Fantasy 7 and Final Fantasy 8 are my favorite ones. But I don't know, just because it's so similar to that, like I kind of got like I don't know, a little bit annoyed with it at times.
I have a question. How do you feel about Paper Mario N64?
I love that game.
I'm indifferent to it.
What?
I prefer Sticker Star over it.
What?
I'm not really a big and Paper. I don't know. It gets boring for me after a while. I love the whole I love Chapter 3. Chapter 2 is boring. Chapter 1's Chapter 4 it's alright. Chapter 5's pretty cool at the end. Chapter 6 is can't remember what one was Chapter 6. I don't know. It's just the entire game for me.
What blasphemy is being spoken right here, right now? Sticker Star better than 64? What?
Yeah, I'd say 64 is the least favorite Paper Mario one in my book. Love Thousand Year Door, however. Love Thousand Year Door.
Okay, you brought it back. Okay, good. Yeah, Thousand Year Door, yes. I was gonna say.
Thousand Year Door. Favorite Paper Mario game, though, has to be Super Paper Mario.
Super Paper Mario, is that what you said?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good one. I love the storyline of that.
I love Super Paper Mario for the story.
The storyline is very powerful.
The gameplay is fun. The gameplay is really fun. I really enjoy it. But the storyline is amazing.
A fun fact about Super Paper Mario, they did a Club Nintendo poll. I don't know, I think this was for America. I don't know if it was all over the world, but they did a poll. And they said, they asked all the kids, all the tykes who do Club Nintendo. They were like, what did you think about Super Paper Mario's story? Everyone put, I don't care. And so
oh my god, I bet you that's why all the storylines in fucking new Mario games are shit.
Exactly. Because everyone was like, I don't care about the storyline. I don't care. Because they probably had like kids do the poll and they can't even read it. So they can't even freaking read the storyline. So that's why everyone was like, I don't care. They said like what, like 10% said that 10%
well, that's
they
why
said they care.
Sticker Star came out.
Yeah.
That's why Sticker Star has no story. That's why the Mario and Luigi games have been blanded down now.
I know. They screwed it up for everyone.
I have to admit, I don't like the way their Mario RPGs are going recently. Like, it's just been getting worse and worse.
Yeah, I mean, the direction...
However, the Color Splash is good, so I'll give it that.
Yeah, but do you really consider Color Splash an RPG?
Yeah.
You consider... Okay, well, to me, it's more like... I mean, it's a bit like... There's a turn-based fighting, so it's kind of like an RPG, but...
Also, you pick up items and use them.
I don't know, it feels like an alt RPG for me.
Hold on, do you have to get items? You have coins.
You get coins, you get coins, that's it. I don't think you get items.
And cards, isn't it? Is that it?
Yeah, you get cards, that's what it is, cards, not items.
And you also level up, but you do level up in Color Splash, to be fair, with
paint.
Level up how much paint you can hold.
Yes, and your HP, I think. Yes. Your HP.
No, but that's just by completing the world, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
More HP.
Well, yeah, but that's kind of like leveling up a bit, kind of, a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit like an RPG, but I don't really consider it like an RPG. Like for me, an RPG is like.
Oh no! I just remembered something about flipping Color Splash for Rochambeau temples.
Oh, I hated those.
You hated them. I let's played Color Splash and they came out 100%. For Rochambeau temples sometimes took me half an hour for one video because my luck is that bad. Half an hour to an hour sometimes, actually.
Yeah, because you have to get 3 right in a row. You have to beat the first round, second round, then
and I have the worst luck in the world, and that is just pure luck. What's the point?
To me, I don't understand why to 100% a game you need something that luck-based. But I think maybe they were just thinking, it's silly, it's fun. But it wasn't fun for me. The first time was fun. The second time, I'm like, okay, I'm sick of it. Don't want nothing.
The first time was fun because you could pass every time.
True.
Get to the final one, and it's just BS.
Yes. Because I feel
it's like... because the first one's like, this guy doesn't like rock. This guy doesn't like to throw rocks. This guy likes to write in paper. And then it goes on to the final one. It's like, I don't know anything about this man. I don't know anything about this man. I don't know anything about this man. So I'm like, okay, so you just told me it's 100% based. What is it?
It's like... It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. Also, I feel like the AI can just be like, "Oh, you're picking that. Okay, so I'm gonna pick the one that beats your card." Because the AI can't do that. They can just be like, oh, "Okay, he picked the scissors one. Okay, I'm picking rock." So I feel like it's rigged. It's rigomoris, or rigor mortis. Yeah, whatever. Same thing.
No, it's not.
Okay. So I feel like we're kind of reaching the end. It's starting to become an hour, so we don't want this to be too crazy. But Craig, it was really good having you on here, so we're definitely gonna have you on again. Okay, guys, that is the end of our podcast. Thank you so much, Craig, for joining me.
Oh, thank you very much for having me.
And we're gonna have you on again for sure. We're definitely we have to have you on again because this was a good conversation. I felt like we got along really nice.
Oh, lovely. Hi, Spiffin.
Yes. And, so Craig, where can we find you? Well, we went through that earlier, but just let's say it one more time. Where can we follow you?
Well, you can follow me on Twitter at CraigMhgg. You can follow me on YouTube at CraigMhgg, Craig's Camera, or the Gaming Dream Team. You can follow me on Twitter at CraigMhgg. I'm not sure if I've already said that. Facebook, CraigMhgg, as I've said before, a lot of CraigMhggs. Also, I just remembered I've got a Discord server that I've basically started today, and it's got about 4 people on it. You can be one of the first if you hit the link down below.
Yes. If you're listening to this on YouTube, all the links of what Craig said will be in the description below, and you can check that out. And yeah, go follow him.
If not, I can read out the link for you.
Yeah, what's the link?
Let me find this. By the way, I don't really use Discord too much, but I will probably the server if you just enjoy it.
If you're a fan of Craig's, I mean, hey, you'll be able to talk to him. Say hello.
Discord.gg/M27PNV. So that's M27PNV. So go ahead, boys. At the moment, I have 5 members.
Oh, maybe you should invite me so I can be one of the first 10.
Oh, like I've had this server for about 3 years, but I only kind of made it public today.
And is it like just friends? Like what was it, your personal friends?
Got 1 or 2 personal friends if I got it.
Oh, okay.
At the moment, mainly just YouTube friends.
Okay.
Honestly.
No, that's fine. That's totally fine.
Have you ever heard of Meru? SMM, I think it is.
Oh, I never heard of them.
Well, apparently everyone kind of knows him. It's very funny because he's actually my cousin, and then everyone knows him, and I was like, holy crap, his channel's grown bigger than mine now, and I don't like it. I need to beat him.
Cousin rivalry.
Everyone, subscribe to CraigMhgg.
Yeah, not to what was it, Nehru? That was what you said.
Nehru.
Yeah.
Now go subscribe to him as well. Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
I'll be kind.
Be kind to your cousin. For me, you can follow me on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, just hit the subscribe button and the like button.
Make sure you hit that notification bell so you know exactly when a video goes up.
Exactly. There you go. Thank you for that. Oh, wow. Promoting me too. Wow, great.
Hit that like button for more lovely podcasts with worse people than me, but won't complain about it.
I love it. That was shade. You know what shade is?
Of course I do.
Okay, that's great. Okay, I love when people throw shade. So you can throw as much. Next time you come on, you can throw as much shade as possible. I love when people throw shade. You can follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, Google Plus, Instagram. All of it is just Spider Star You. So just look up Spider Star You or look up Michael Rudolph, and you'll find me. You'll find me. That's me.
But the one thing you have to say is, why on earth would you use Google Plus? What is the matter of you?
Well, there are some people who use Google Plus, because I know I got at least 10 subscribers from Google Plus, from these podcasts, from these videos, from Google Plus. So Google Plus gave me a little bit, a tiny bit, but a little bit. They get a little bit. I don't think anyone uses it though, but it's there just in case you do. If you do, if you're one of the few people who use it, it's there. So All right.
Well, I want to say congratulations for getting 10 subscribers from it, because you must have got every single Google
That's
Plus.
So
you must have gotten all the Google Plus members to subscribe to you.
Yeah, all 10 of them.
Yeah.
All 10 people who use Google Plus, all of them just got me, and they found me, and they like my videos.
Wonderful.
All right. thank you so much, Craig, once again for joining me on this. We're gonna have you on again.
Brilliant, can't wait. I had a great time.
We had a lovely conversation. We talked all about Mario and Luigi, Superstar Saga. And so, yeah, once again, for people who are listening, go buy Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, plus Bowser's
Don't do it now!
Go do it. You should totally do it. If you have any reservations, we kind of solved that. If you have any more reservations, you can possibly comment below, and maybe me or Craig will, like, help you, like, decide or something like that. I don't know. You know, we might do that if you comment on YouTube.
And if you say it's a bad game, we'll just automatically block you.
Yeah, we'll dislike it. We'll put a dislike button. Just dislike comment. There you go.
Dislike. I know, because everyone will shudder in fear in the fact that you're going to dislike someone's comment.
Exactly. That's a very scary thing.
You know what, me? I'd probably just pin it.
Pin it?
just pin it and reply, "Everyone shun this man."
There you go. That's probably what I'll do. So if you guys want, you want to be pinned on this on this video, go ahead and do that. All right. Once again, thank you, Craig, and we are going to be heading out. We're going to be heading out. Thank you, everyone, so much for watching. And
you've all been stuck in the spider's trap. Thank you guys all for watching. And see you guys all next time. Boom.
Goodbye. Yes.
Bye. Whoa. I never want to hit the stop button.